Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast. Another World Cup Watchalong. It is now, the groups are done. We are in the knockout rounds. We're getting no respite from FIFA, as always. The players can't get rest. Why should we get rest? The knockouts, and we've got the co-host Canada up against South Africa. This has got Ballfest written all over it, Catherine, hasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. I am 30 seconds away from winning the World Cup. Hold on. We're just gonna play it short. We're gonna play this corner short and just guard the ball, maybe. No, we're gonna fire it in. No, he would have been offside. I don't know. Currently beating Germany 7-2. Absolutely fantastic. Battered Portugal 4-0 in the semifinals. Germany had beat Mexico 3-0 in the semifinal. So Argentina, they had finished second in their group, which was interesting. But how do you miss that? Ivan Toney, I had to take Harry Kane out because dude doesn't have any stamina and he has zero pace. So, yoink. Full time, guys. England won the World Cup.
Hey, 60 years.
I'm gonna do it with Scotland next. Don't worry.
Not winning that then.
I mean, I think I can at least get them out of the group stages. See, it's weird because like on FIFA, your FC26, you can preset how your playing difficulty, and I had changed it because it's not like I'm an absolute chump and have never played this before, but geez, like the fact that I know that England's they've got a 5-star rating on here, but like still to just open up like the defense of Germany and be able to score 7 goals, like that doesn't make sense to me.
No, never does.
Or even Portugal's defense for that matter.
Yeah, I've not. What are we on FIFA? It's 26, isn't it now? FC is FC 26.
Yeah. FC 26.
I might have got 20. I can't remember if I got 25. I definitely remember getting 24, but I can't remember getting 25. I might have got 25. But don't.
I have 24 on the card. So I have a Nintendo Switch. So I have the physical copy of 24, and then the digital version of 25. But then I have the physical version of 26, but it's the standard edition only, and I got it on sale and for like 60% off. So I'm like, you know what? If all I'm really gonna do on these is make sure that the squads are up to date and then just do career modes, then I don't really need this for anything else. So standard edition it went.
Who's this? Oh, it's bloody what's his name from Ted Lasso?
I can't remember
his name. No, not just Sudeikis, the actor, the one that plays Football Is Life.
Oh, Danny Rojas.
Rojas, that's the one.
That's his character's name. The actor is.
Well, I can't remember the actor's name, but he's gone professional now in like the second or third tier of Mexican football, something like that.
Look at him.
He can't be up all day.
Danny Rojas. Okay, I'm sorry. I might just be like I actually have self-preservation.
Yeah.
There's this lady who is walking her dog outside right now. Mind you, it is getting to be quite warm. It's 28 out right now. And she's out walking her dog in her bathrobe. Mind you, it's almost 3:00. You're in your bathrobe. And probably your pajamas. Like, I mean, maybe she is a healthcare worker and just got off of a long shift or something. But like, still, make yourself look presentable. Don't go walking your dog out in your bathrobe. I think the only time that you would do that is if it's 3:00 in the morning. I mean, that's also just me probably being.
I'll get that in the afternoon. That does my head.
That might just be me being judgmental too.
Sleepers time.
Ornstein said that Diamande is choosing PSG as his destination. He's departing Leipzig this summer. The 19-year-old is said to believe in the PSG project and wants to lift trophies regularly and win the Ballon d'Or.
Who's this?
19-year-old Jan Diamande of RB Leipzig.
Oh, well, God, Liverpool been after.
Yeah, Ivory Coast player. He's only 19,
Yeah.
so I mean, he's got a lot of growth. That's the word I was. I mean, he's 19. He's at the beginning of his career. He has a ways to go, I should say.
By the way, Canada in their all black away kit against South Africa. Obviously, I mentioned before in their yellow or gold, whatever you prefer to put it. Shirt, green shorts, yellow socks, gold socks, what they called it. Kicking from obviously left to right to left, whatever. Oh dear. But yeah, who do you think it's going to go through on this? Because obviously, no matter what, it's going to go. We've got to get the winner. Obviously, his knockouts now, so he could be here for a few hours, guys. So it could go penalties.
Yeah.
And considering when you can, with all due respect to Canada, and again, as a co-host and all that, the group they had, great they got out of it, and no one technically does at the co-host look weak so far.
Canada looks the weakest, though.
Yeah. And South Africa, there's not getting started on South Africa. Jesus, how the hell did they get through after their first two games? You're thinking, okay. And then out of nowhere, they pulled a result out the backsides in terms of the result to, what was it, top two?
I don't remember. But I mean, this could be one of the more boring or lackluster
I
knockouts.
think the better ones are tomorrow. Tomorrow night, you've got Brazil playing who they've got. I can't remember
Japan.
but that's it. Brazil, Japan, and you've got Germany versus Paraguay.
And then to round off the second day of knockouts in this time zones is
Oh,
Netherlands
yeah.
versus Morocco.
So yeah, that's three games
I mean,
there.
I'm kind of expecting Paraguay to, I won't say roll over, but like, and they did well enough to be able to get to the round of 32. But I don't think I'm gonna look back at their. Yeah, I mean, lost to the U.S. 4-1, beat Turkey by only a goal, and then they drew against Australia. Like, so they were 1-1-1. That's not exactly a
Wasn't
great
exactly convincing, was it?
No, no.
I mean, I think we covered 2 of the 3 games on here, and we're like, "What are we doing here? Why are we doing this to ourselves?" Hi,
Yeah.
Tom. How you doing?
Hi, Mr. Tom.
You working today, or it's Sunday? So you're working today. You've had the day off. One of the two. Oh dear. Oh, by the way, Tom, while you're here, the news you broke on here, live on here last night about the deal between you and Brighton for your defender. Slow Sports News reported that at 10 o'clock this morning as breaking news. Then,
What was it?
they've agreed a deal. I can't remember who it was now. Pascal shit, not Pascal. Pascal. I can't remember his fucking surname now. Gone. But yeah, for £20 million, basically, the central defender. It's basically he's a replacement, as far as they're concerned. He's a replacement for the one that's going to Tottenham from Brighton.
Mm.
Oh, okay, that's cool. At least it's a bit more cooler today, Tom. It's not just like melting like I've done for the last how many fucking days. A lot of us. I think most of it because come Thursday, it's back to square one again. We're back to full throttle heat again. Oh, and yeah, just for anyone that doesn't know, the game is being held at the Kroenke Stadium as well. LA, what we're going to call it. Whether sponsorship owns it technically, but can't name it because it's
SoFi
World
Stadium.
Cup. Yeah, SoFi, that's the one. Pascal Struck, that's the one.
Wonder if they had turned in, or are you the one that's in charge of slow sports news?
Oh no! Again, talk about slow sports. They've got bone pick them bastards. Obviously, England qualified last night. Scotland got eliminated, and obviously, with us going through, we knew who we were going to play later on in the evening because the way the other game played out. They gave more coverage to Scotland's manager resigning, like late last night, all the way through into like 2 o'clock this afternoon, 3 o'clock this afternoon. More coverage on that channel than we got for winning the fucking league. It was like Arsenal won the league next. Arsenal's got a parade. Who, what, where? Arsenal lift a trophy. No, we'll go to Tottenham instead. Fucking joke.
Bonjour, bonjour.
First shot on target is a save, but it's almost an all of the goalkeeper. Tom, if they come in slow, they weren't any slow. They come to a complete standstill. A lot of them.
Tell me how you really feel.
I've given up them bastards since the Higuain days. All summer, Higuain, any day now. It's all done. The fee's done. Goes to Napoli. Then it's been an entire deadline day. Arsene Wenger's hanging out with Cavani. We've got photo proof. The photo proof was him. Was Arsene Wenger in France? Yeah, standing next to a guy with a lot of hair.
Ha.
Oh, it's a fact that even nowadays, like since we've been even before I started doing the channel and all that, we as fans know things. We see things on social media in terms of like links to players, this, that, and the other, or deals along the roads being done, and they don't report on it until literally 5 minutes after it's been confirmed, or 2 hours late, 10 years later. Sometimes it feels like when there's enough, when they feel we've got reporting now, there's too much traction. But how do we fit it in? Oh, there's a slot 2 hours later. But by then, there'll be another story. In no ways, Gov, it's all good.
You haven't missed that many exciting games. Also, can we talk about the fact that Chelsea offered £8 million for Granit Xhaka?
Cheek of them. The actual cheek of them.
Yeah. Ornstein tweeted out, Sunderland rejects the £8 million bid, or £8 million offer from Chelsea to sign Granit Xhaka. Sunderland told Chelsea 33-year-old not for sale at any price. Stamford Bridge club felt bid fair, but Premier League rivals viewed as unacceptable and insist no further proposals will be entertained. Sorry.
So for me, in the modern market,
I think that Granit Xhaka's price would probably be worth at least 30 mil. Not 8.
Yeah, I'm about to say that
is laughable.
But that tells me Alonso may want him. Maybe there's truth in that. Maybe, but the club don't, and this is their way of lowballing.
Yeah.
Like we tried, Zabby. We tried. We lowballed us. That is as bad. I know you're in the chat, Gavin. He's not digging at you, but that is as bad as when Arsenal went to Liverpool after talking to Suarez and these people and learning about a £40 million release clause in Suarez's contract and going 40 million off, making an offer for 40 million and £1. That is it. What your club's done tonight is insulting on what we did, and that's in 2014. Yeah. No, it's not your fault, but I'm just Make it
He's
clear.
maybe 15 tops. What the hell, Gav? I feel like you've
No,
paid 30 mil for a keeper that's over 33.
and also you got to remember again, Gav. You're again modern market, Premier League proven at the level you want to be getting back to as well with Arsenal. In terms of when we were fighting for top 4 spots, this, that, and the other when he was with us. Got that know-how, played at a big club level in that sense, if that makes sense. He's gone off, done what he's done at Germany, improved, come back, did what he's done in one season against Sunderland. You're you ne- you're paying for the experience. Yes, you're not going to get no resale value after 30 million at his age, but you're paying for the experience of what he's going to bring to your midfield, especially if you're going to lose Enzo Fernandez. I suspect Chelsea had a 46 contract on the table ready to go. Wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me in the slightest. I'd plan coming in or taking off over your way. I've got my curtains closed. I'll listen out. Sounds like, because I've got my curtains closed, it sounds like they're going out from this side of FIFA this time at the moment.
Oh, that's a foul.
I'm just going back again. For what you'll bring to your midfield and your squad, the experience he has in the league and in general, what you lack is what he brings to the table. Basically, what we've been telling you need. 8 million is a complete kick in the bollocks. Basically, that's the ownership saying we tried Xavi, but they wouldn't budge. The thing is, with Granit, if someone do stand firm, the best thing for him, he gets an extra 2 years added, a year or 2 years added onto his current contract at Sunderland as a loyalty thing, as most clubs do. So either way, he's laughing either which way.
Holy shit. We
Is
are
anyone going
back
to
at it again. Um,
with
since the start of 2026, there have been 83 ACLs in the women's game.
who's done this time?
See, the most recent one date of injury was June 17th, so 11 days ago. Paloma Maisel, she plays in the Brazilian league. But, I mean, Tuva Hansen is the most recent one from the WSL. That was during the World Sevens tournament. Dabinia just did hers in the Brazil USA friendly. She plays for the NWSL team, San Diego Wave. But I mean, it's still like through 5 full months, 5.5 months, and there's 83 ACLs. Yeah, that's a lot. Seeing
There's someone on Twitter, Adam Full. I don't know. He's no one in the know. He's just fucking about basically. Exclusive. Sunderland have made a £9 million bid for Chelsea's Cole Palmer. Personal terms have been agreed and a club-to-club contract is to begin.
wow.
Oh dear.
Apparently, Sabrina Carpenter is dating Hincapié.
I saw things of that yesterday
And
on Twitter. I'm not until I see at the Emirates, I won't believe it.
and it wasn't at first. Like the first one I saw was like, okay, yeah, Hincapié and Carpenter are rumored to be dating, and then it showed a picture of her again at the Ecuador game, holding up an Ecuador jersey, and people were like, "Oh, she's now dating Caicedo." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I think for her, Hincapié would be making the most sense for it, rather than Caicedo. But still, like, 70 goals for club and country this season. Harry Kane passes Cristiano Ronaldo's best goal scoring season ever and Lionel Messi's second best. But again, could Harry? Do you think that Harry Kane could produce the number of goals that he scored for Bayern Munich this season across all comps if he was playing in the Premier League or for a Premier League team? Like if it I'm trying to I think equivalents you'd probably be looking at Chelsea, Newcastle. Yeah, they were in all competitions. I mean, I think Chelsea would be the ones that actually need the striker more than anyone. Well, I mean, say Harry Kane was playing for Chelsea. Do you think that, or if he was back at Spurs, do you think he would be scoring? He would have scored 70 goals this season?
No. I mean, again, the reason why he was getting the goals before because what Poch built around him in terms of the Sons, Dele Allis, and all the Ericssons, them sort of players that not just create goals, but gave the link up was there, the chemistry was there. This current crop they've got that have replaced said players over the last few years, since before he left, not the same. And I think he would have struggled. I say you'd get around 20 in all comps, probably 25 at a push. But you'd get nowhere near 70.
Yeah.
Can I just say again? I've said this so many times on this channel. I've been rib tripped by people popping in the chat when I've done like the Champions League Watchalongs when Jonathan David's been playing. I don't get the hype with Jonathan David at all. I don't get it. I mean, just watching him now, and he's like a deer in headlights, and it's like, how has this guy been hyped up to the levels he's been hyped to?
Mm-hmm.
See, he's spent 30 million on a player, which, especially nowadays, yeah, I'm trying to think.
Was it Nico Paz, Argentine?
Oh, that's Como.
No, AC Milan didn't buy him. He was on loan at Como, I believe, from Real Madrid. And then Real Madrid. All right, we're gonna buy him back for $9 million, but we're going to give you first dibs on buying him back for like 60 mil. And some were like, yeah, we want him. And otherwise, like that was part of the loan terms. And it was essentially like, if you don't want to buy him back for 60 mil, we're going to be putting him on the market for 90. So
sort of count yourself lucky, basically. But look, at the end of the day, look, as well, you got to remember, in terms of Como, I don't know if that's who Gav was meant to be on about there, but there is a consortium that runs that club now, and Henri amongst others are part of a consortium that runs that club, so they do have that money now. And Sesko, again, he's done, obviously, for that first proper season in Serie A, he's done what he's done, got him Champions League. It's now about not only keeping the players like this Paz lad and building on for the next year or two, but it's improving the squad now, because you don't want to be doing what you've done and then they go back to Madrid or this, that, and the other, and then you're back to rebuilding when you're in the Champions League. That's the worst thing to happen.
Because didn't Como just finish like second or something, third, knocking out AC Milan or something from Champions League?
Third or fourth, one of the two. They knocked out, on the last day of the season. The last day of the season, they knocked both Juventus and I want to say Lazio out of the way to get that last spot.
I want to look it up.
Definitely Juventus. I know they were one of the two. It was them going head to head, proper going head to head, and there was another one that mathematically could still take over them two.
Yep, AC Milan won the league. Atalanta, Bologna, Calgary. Oh wait, sorry, no. Like, that's not right.
Inter Milan won the league.
Inter won. Napoli second. Roma third. Como in fourth on 71 points. AC Milan and Juve
Yes,
at 70 and 69 points, and they get Europa League. Como jumped over both of them on the last day of the season. And then Atalanta is in Europa League.
You watch in the league. You also get Como now because the Fabregas links.
All right, yeah. So last day of the season, AC Milan lost. Como won. Oh, Juve did win. So Como was already ahead of them by 2 points, but the team that AC Milan lost to, they were already relegated.
On about him. He was on about the Portuguese lad Ramos joining AC as well. I completely forgot about that. I didn't know they spent that fucking much on him. Bloody hell!
So imagine going into the last day of the season playing a team that's already relegated, just to lose to them, and that lost you your Champions League football.
Yeah, Juventus have fallen off. Who's that? That Falcon from the new Falcon in Captain America. I can't remember his name.
Mackie?
No, not Mackie. The new version. Mackie's new Captain America. The one that replaced T's role.
Oh, I'm so far behind. Ball just went out of play. I'll probably. Oh.
I can't remember his name.
Oh, that's Jessica Alba.
That's no. Next to Jessica Alba.
I never looked at his face up.
I'm looking down. I can see the hair. I can see it's who I think it is. But yeah, Jessica Alba obviously recognize her. Oh, and yeah, we've had one shot on target in 22 minutes, guys, and yeah, that was like in the first few minutes of the game. The quality in this. Okay, I was looking at it now. That's 2 technically, but even then, that was a sign.
Is it after this free kick? Is it hydration break?
No, it's still going. South Africa on the counter here. Need some help and getting nothing. And then a block. Oh, God, his fucking name. Oh, dear, what's that?
Yeah, absolutely no support there.
Cast, there we go. Danny Ramirez as Joaquin Torres, aka Falcon. They're hydration breaks now. It looked, again, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, don't cancel me. That is a new AC Milan transfer record as well. Imagine they've done that after letting Allegri walk away. I think they've got a new manager, but either way. Well, haven't been wanting to do that for years, and suddenly go, oh, fuck it, Allegri's gone. We ain't got that Paul. Here you go. So, over here, we are trying, guys.
Isn't AC Milan just filled with old people? Like,
probably.
I wouldn't exactly say that Pulisic is an up-and-coming star anymore. He came up.
Oh, so, yeah.
He came up, he came, and now he's on the decline.
Yeah, Syria has gone down a route now, not like it was back in the 90s, but gone down a route now where they are literally, the league itself is, for the majority, barring Como by the looks of it, is retirement home FC for most players in terms of like the ACs, Inters, Juventuses, and all that. There's not one of the big clubs that are sort of up and coming, young, vibrant, that could cause a bit of stir in Europe. Almerin, that's the one. Yeah, fucking hell, that's a bit of a that's a sweetener. We've lost Allegri, Italian legend. We've brought in Almerin, the United flop. But here's £70 million on a striker. That'll please you all. Who's underperforming at the World Cup? You spent by the way, 70 million when he's hardly had a chance to perform at the World Cup so far. This is the one on Tuesday. France versus Sweden. Saliba versus Yokos.
Mm-hmm.
Mexico, Ecuador. I don't think because as Arsenal's, as England's under the draw. Who do we want? Who do we want to go through ahead of us? Because we play later on that night. Do we play that or we play earlier? I don't know. I can't remember now. Fuck it. Come on, Ecuador. Please. Oh, dear.
Amron is the new Milan manager? Oh, dear.
Yeah, as soon as I put in the chat, I remember fucking, pardon my French, Almerin, fuck's sake. Fabrizio Romano tweeting about it like the last week or two.
Yeah, I missed that.
Even this young South African kid is like, why am I here? Right, hydration breaks over. By the looks of it, he's falling back over. Right. How come there's only one guy? I don't know what that is.
I think, let me see. So Brazil, Japan, Germany, Paraguay, Mexico, no, Netherlands, Morocco. I mean, a lot of these teams played on Thursday.
Give them a bit of extra day's rest, basically.
Yeah, where Canada and South Africa played on Wednesday.
Yeah, but it's only because of we won our group. I think did they? I can't remember. I think Mexico won that group. Yeah, they did, didn't they? Yeah. So that's because we both won our groups basically, and that's how it plays out. Because there's new fucking how many 40 odd teams in the fucking competition. We used to be 32. Back in the day, prior to this malarkey of 48 teams in the World Cup game, it would have been winner of Group A versus runner-up of Group B, etc., etc. Not this winner of Group A over there plays the winner of Group potentially the winner of Group L or I think now the last group in the quarterfinals. Potentially they both get through. None of that malarkey. But I will say I will say some of these games that I'm looking at over the next few days are absolute, even from a neutral point of view, look to be absolute humdingers.
I think great game would be France versus Sweden, Netherlands versus Morocco. Belgium versus Senegal could be interesting because Belgium did start to actually show up on their last game of the group. Brazil, Japan, that could be a good one. Mexico, Ecuador could be good. Mexico and Spain are now the only two clubs yet to concede a goal this tournament. So absolutely insane there. And then so out of the 48 teams, 2 have not conceded a goal, and only one team did not score a single goal in the competition, and that was Panama.
But yeah, Gary, you're talking about potentially playing Mexico. If you've seen the potential lineup, quarterfinal, last 16 wise for potentially France get through and Spain get through. There's a hint there. I mean, realistically, our toughest team on our side between now and the quarterfinals is Brazil in terms of talent that we know of, like big nation wise. Semi final could get we're on Argentina side, so we could get Argentina as well if they get that far. So yeah, yeah, we did see that. We did see that in the not just our the Twitter group chat, but our WhatsApp chats and all that as well. I was saying before you came in, I was saying to Catherine and everyone else, I've got a bone pick with Sky Sports because how can the Scotland manager resigning from his job after failing to get the team into the knockouts? How can that get more coverage longer in terms of time frame from the minute second it's announced all the way through to like 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon in the UK? How did that get more coverage than Arsenal winning the league? Literally every 5 minutes, all I want to talk about is him leaving, him leaving, him leaving, him leaving. It's like, Zef, get on with it. Let's move on.
No, because he
Not
resigned.
if
I mean,
yeah, but
they
say
might have
he's
paid him
resigned.
some, but he didn't get fired, so Scotland technically would not. Well, Scotland shouldn't have to. In my mind, they wouldn't have to
Yeah,
because he resigned.
yeah. Maybe not. Yeah, like you say, maybe like there's a thing of he'll get a percentage if he was resigned. He'll get a percentage of X percentage or whatever of his fee of his redundancy fee if he was to resign compared to if he was sacked to get obviously the full package. Maybe it's something like that as well. Maybe just or until he gets another job, which will probably be in the SBO anyway. I don't know. I will say this. Considering that, like you say, Colin did say that he'd only just signed a new 4-year deal. I sat here and they were playing Brazil. Um, I'll be surprised if he goes because we've got the after this we've got the Euros, which is England, Scotland, obviously North Republic of Ireland, and Wales are all co-hosting. So he did. So that's a guarantee in terms of far as I'm aware. That's a guarantee that they're going to be in that because obviously there's 3 spots. Like for this World Cup, there's been 3 spots given, but because there's obviously in the Euros there'll be 5 teams technically, 5 countries technically co-hosting. Only 3 to 5 are guaranteed. From what I last heard, are guarantees. Two would have to qualify. This is what I last heard about a year and a half ago now. They may have had a U-turn or something. I don't know, but you would have thought Scotland would be one of them 3 teams, and you'd be like, oh, well, hey, all I've got to do for the next couple of years is the Nations League and a few friendlies. Doesn't have to deal with the stress of qualifying, and he can just focus on the Nations League and friendlies to get his squad to spec to put in a decent count themselves come the Euros. But no, it's going to be interesting who Scotland go for now. Are they going to stick with another Scot, or they're going to go outside the remit and go down the foreign route again? Someone took a bit of a nibble there, did they? You know, that's a big nibble.
Well, time for me to leave you with this boring game. I gotta head off.
Back to
Not
work.
back to work. Family dinner.
Oh,
Sunday.
family,
Family dinner.
family dinner, yeah.
So,
Family dinner, yeah. No worries.
bye everyone in the chat, which is primarily just
Have
Gav at
fun.
this point.
I'll probably still be here watching extra time
Yeah,
when
I
you
mean,
come back at
based
this
off of
rate.
how this game is going, yeah, it probably will still be going on in 2 hours. But bye everyone.
Yeah. Take care. Have a good time. Never shot on target. Or why don't you send a complaint there to Scott? What the Do you not tense? Do you not get sarcasm? Jesus. Oh, South Africa on the counter now. Again, I knew. Again, you know, obviously every knockout I'm going to cover every knockout game because there's no City o'clock. Stupid consistent. It's one or two, but they're like early City o'clock, like fucking 3, 4 City o'clocks kickoffs. I just knew. So I saw this game, and the fact that the way South Africa got qualified in the end, and out of all the, as we mentioned already, out of the three co-hosts, Canada are they do look the weakest against any sort of team that has any sort of nous. They lack that that killer instinct, and their best player hasn't kicked the fucking ball all tournament so far. He's been either nursing into the first two games, or will you give it a rest? Really, give it a rest. Can't fucking think now. Yeah, even and obviously Jonathan David, the only other bright spark that the world knows about, or Europe anyway, and he's literally like doing headlights. It's proved my point. That's what I said earlier. I don't get the hype around Jonathan David. I'm sorry, but I just don't see it. Catherine has not left my screen anyway. One second. Left my backstage, but not left my screen. That makes sense. Go big screen now. Bloody hell. No, it's not serious. Bloody hell, Gav. I'm like, again, remind you, league champion and all that. What? And we're not winning a World Cup now. In general, I just thought, okay, it's big news in terms of him leaving the way he has, in terms of being obviously he's under new contract. I don't honestly believe it's. Oh, now you're asking me, fucking 14, 15 hours straight of the same thing being repeated over and over, basically. Going to the same person in America, asking the report the same question over and over again literally every 5 minutes. I don't see the point in it. Once you've done it for a couple of 2 to 4 hour period, okay, you can still report on it, but not to the level they were doing all night into the morning, into lunchtime. I did say earlier, Gav, did you not? I literally answered your question earlier. I I cannot see. My curtains are closed. I'm not getting up to open the curtains and look for a fucking random plane. But going by the hearing side of things, it sounds like they're going out. From my part of where Heathrow is and all that. Mate, Jonathan David, again, he's proven again, I keep saying it, he's proven the point. Don't get the hype. Absolutely useless. And this is playing guitar, basically, basically. Fair enough. But yeah, absolutely useless. I really don't get, I keep saying, I don't get the hype around him. And another thing I've got to ask Jesse March, why select the poster boy, other than him being the poster boy of Canadian football, why pick him if he's not he's not fit to play for the first two games, and then when he's fit, you just put him on the bench for both games. What is the point of that? I don't get what the point is on that. Okay, who's this person on the screen? He ain't got a name next to him, so I can't tell. Give it a break. Stop messing about. Well, will the third runaway, whatever, I don't even know. No idea at this point, because I don't know when it's going to happen. At this point, because they've not even started on it properly yet. Because you still got all the protests and this and the other for this extension and that extension. So I have no idea at this point. Jesse Masters a football genius. If that's the case. If that was the case, why is he still not at Leeds then? Oh dear. I think because you're getting into the summer period at the start of the peak season of everyone going in and out of the country, basically to abroad or up and down the country, this that, and the other, but more so abroad. God, not a waste of a free kick. But yeah, you're going to see from because we're getting the next 21st of it. In the next month, in about 3.5 weeks' time, all the kids and all that break up for school and all that crap, school, college, and uni. So you're gonna have all them flying out. I think just what you're going to be getting now is a taste of what's to come, basically. And it sounds like they're going off. That is out away. We'll get a period of this where it's literally from where I am in terms of what part of Heathrow I'm nearby in terms of the terminals. We'll get a period where it's Kathy, you just missed Catherine. She'll be back in a couple of hours' time potentially if we're still here for extra time and penalties. But yeah, you get a period of the planes going out from this area, then out of nowhere, they'll reverse it and they'll be flying in instead, landing in the air instead of jetting off, basically. Oh dear. But yeah, Jeff, how are you doing again? Again, Catherine was here, but she's got a Sunday, so family dinner. So yeah, I did say I'll probably still be live, Catherine, when you come back from your dinner. And come back, done whatever you got to do, preparing for work and all that, or whatever. What you do what you normally do when you get back from your family dinner. And I'll still be live doing the fucking minute shooter probably at this rate. How's your weekend been so far, Jeff? Going to Canada, be the most pointless school in the world. Cause hey, oh. Years late for this corner, bloody hell, ref. Ball in, we're going to get a header. We have! Oh, it's off the line. Oh, blocked. Oh, and saved. We could have had a goal. But South Africa went, no. 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 It's battle across the line, I'm saying. Off. Literally off the line. The first attempt. And then blocks galore and saves galore. Time that, in terms of his lunge then, number 6, time that perfectly well. he doesn't. If he times that a second later, we start asking questions of that watch. Seriously, how did South Africa get? How did South Africa get out of the group and send Korea packing? How? Insane. Absolutely insane. Oh, there's got to be a pen, surely. The ref's bottling it, saying he's going to VAR instead. So the ref's given nothing, and now it's going to go to VAR. I think it's a pen. I need to see a replay, but I think that to me looks like a pen. Pardon me. Let's have a look. No, the defender gets the ball. No, I got it wrong. Good call from the ref. Well done to the ref. Good call there. Literally, I see the replay because the initial from where we were, the angle we had from the distance, it didn't look like he touched the ball. Got the attacker. No, got all the ball. Well, not all the ball, but he got enough of the ball. But he's booting the ball, and that's it basically. Oh, okay. Have you got family close by to come and check in on you as well? By the way, 46, 27, 28, 29, not been told on the screen how much injury time has been added on, by the way. Just saying. That's one thing with BBC and ITV, for this World Cup in particular, when the ball goes up, they're not telling us, unless we see at the bottom of the screen when it comes into the camera shot, we're not seeing or hearing the injury time until like a minute and a half into the actual injury time itself, something like ridiculous like that. Still not seeing it. 2 minutes, 47 minutes, and I've still not seen how much injury time has been played, as in added on today. Three minutes after all that. It took them nearly 2.5 minutes to put up to 3 minutes of injury time. Bloody. That's fucking a main gripe with them in terms of the teams that work with all the graphics and all that. Why they're being so slow this World Cup. So what was that, misery ref? And that's it, I think. Yep. Jesse Marshall walking on the pitch like, what the hell? Why not that? Like, oh, fucking free kick. Makes no difference, Jesse. Your team's crap. That thing, I don't know, but it's me and my son, that's what I'm calling for. Okay, fair enough. Oh, dear. That was a fun first half of football. Not. But it just shows again in terms of this whole. I know South Africa nicked second spot, but the whole third place thing It's so annoying and pointless. And the fact that we're discussing last night, FIFA discussing after the next two World Cups by the either Saudi World Cup or the one after that, adding in even more countries. At that point, you may as well just stop doing the qualification stuff, the qualifications for the World Cup. Stop doing that, and be like top out of the. Well, currently there's 48, so I think we'll talk about doubling it, or not doubling it, but putting it up to like 64, something, whatever. We were saying last night. If they're going to go down that route, you might as well go right the top out of the you got your host or co-host. They'll get X amount of spots guaranteed as host. They get the privilege as host to be. If it's one host, Group A, two Group A and B, and they get obviously the privileges of being the home nation, home team, that home ground, and all that, for respectively. The stadiums that are being used basically, even if they're playing. If it's like duo nation, having for example, Spain, Portugal, for example. I know Morocco's involved in that. So about Spain, Morocco. So Morocco, Spain, Portugal side. So when Portugal playing in Spain, they're still classed as the home team. Get the home dressing room, get the choice of home shirt, etc., etc., etc. All them sort of benefits, and vice versa for Spain as well in Portugal, for example. But then after that, if it's from then it's like, okay, the top, excluding the two teams that are currently the co-host, the other top 25, you're automatically into the World Cup. You don't have to do any qualifying games. However, the remaining spots will be sorted out between the 26th best team all the way up to number X, basically. Knock yourselves out. Good luck. How helps you? Who? Obviously got people around in terms of everyone knows either side and all that, in terms of the season situation and all that, health situation, whatever. So plenty of people around, and their families not far off either. Oh, dear. Oh, my days. Let's have a look on Twitter. While I'm still waiting for things to get going in this. Oh, it's half time and all that, nothing's really happened. But let's go on the old Twitter side of things. Get this other tab open as well for that side of things. As well. Okay, cool. I'm going to go to this. It sorts itself out. That'd be fantastic. Oh, yeah, that's what Catherine was telling me about now. Oh, okay. Yeah, so again, it's not Chelsea, but it's Liverpool related now. So all the Liverpool fans that are hoping for Diamande to come to them, the Ivory Coast International, to come to them for over 100 million quid, he's told them, no, thank you, I'd rather go to PSG. So to confirm what she said, exclusive, Jan Diamande chooses PSG as his next destination after he departs RB Leipzig this summer. 19-year-old said to believe in PSG project, led by El Hafid, the owners, basically, the Qataris, Campos, the sporting director, and Luis Enrique. Plus, wants a chance to lift trophies regularly and win the Ballon d'Or. This is what Catherine said earlier. So yeah, he had a choice of Liverpool and PSG, and he went, historically you can win trophies at Liverpool, yeah, but there's a bit of a mess there now. PSG have won 2 on the bounce in Champions League, and they always win the domestic stuff as well. I think I'll go to guarantee, at very least domestically, I'm guaranteed trophies and medals every year. With the occasional Champions League maybe thrown in now because the clubs now used to that winning thing in Europe. You know, how they might have fallen at Liverpool, eh? Oh, yeah. What's it? Okay, have a pass to play league. Okay. So, talk about the Basque women's team. Arsenal are one of the favourite teams in line to sign Salma Pariaro. Probably put your name there. Zaragoza native has officially turned down Barca's final offer and is looking for wages in the region of €1 million. Bloody hell! Oh, here we go. Exclusive from Fabrizio. Robert Lewandowski to Chicago Fire. Here we go. The Polish striker has agreed to join Chicago Fire after visiting the club and City 2 weeks ago. Lewandowski will sign early next week, ready for new chapter in MLS. Big move. Big payday, you mean? Let's be honest. Oh, Ben Jacobs, Rob Edwards has turned down an approach from Burnley. Edwards contacted after Craig Bennett's proposed move to Turf Moor fell through. Bongo. Hi Chris, how you doing? Yeah, apparently you told Liverpool to piss off, basically. Yeah, it sounds like it, going by the exclusive David Ornstein dropped there. Talking of Liverpool, how do you feel about that, Chris? Mondays chose PSG over Liverpool. And again, apparently in his words, because he wants to be guaranteed lifting trophies on a regular basis, basically. Oh dear, so just get this time ready for the second half kick restart. There we go. Oh me. Gotta be careful. Oh, oh dear. And also, again, Chris, while you did chat, if you're still there, obviously EFL fixtures came out for West Ham this week. Obviously they've been relegated. Are you sticking with them for next season in terms of obviously season ticket and going to their home games, buying Millwall, or you're sort of going now? I'm going to take a year off, see if they come back up. God, I'd expect whatever you've been paying recently. Again, I'd expect prices for the season tickets to come drastically down, basically. Especially then if you had in the news of the man at West Ham that shall not be named in his situation. Even though he stepped down technically, still there and lingering until his shares are actually bought. He's still there, basically. That makes sense. I'm gonna fight this. I'm innocent. But yet he delayed Panorama, the documentary coming out by 2.5 weeks. 2 weeks? Yeah, 2 weeks he delayed that by. Trying to get NDAs in place to stop that episode going out live. And the second it's gone out live, he then within hours is putting out a statement saying, "I'm stepping down from my roles at West Ham." Da, 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 da. But still owns shares in the club, technically. Until they're bought by whoever, unless yeah. How do you put up with all that? 7 days a week life sounds well lower to mine. Well, I'm top. It sounds different to from where I'm, depending on how close you are to your airport where you actually live. But it's just white noise at this point. It's just a switch off. It's not when you clock onto the actual patterns and the irregularities and all that. You just switch off from it all. Isn't really that deep. That's why. I know. I obviously got my new part of my birthday. Got a microphone thing. Hence my microphone's up above my monitor now. Instead of down here, so it obviously picks up more because it's closer to the window. But this has been why, even when I did before that and I had the mic down here, from the autumn winter time, when the temperatures start coming down, I'm happy to have the window closed and to somewhat block that sound out a bit more, just for you guys, because not for obviously you guys from a watch along point of view. Or watch it in the chat, watching along with the game, or whatever, what game, be it Arsenal games or whatever. And you're hearing that it's World Cup, and I'm not melting. With all due respect, I'm not melting for nobody at this point. No, I'm not getting nothing like that. You forget who runs London nowadays, in terms of, again, the individual, not the party, individual. The individual that runs London. This is the individual that runs London, who here's an insight. From where I am, it's about a 10-minute walk from where I am to it. It's like a cargo stop. 10-minute walk from where I am, right from my front door to there. 2 buses that go between Terminal 5 all the way through to that cargo spot, other cargo spots, Autumn Terminal 4, Tatton Cross, and beyond, basically. And prior to COVID, by the way, I got a substitution here, number 5, I think that is. Number 5's coming on for South Africa. But, yeah, so if you jumped on that bus from Terminal 5 or the cargo spots, any spot along the way, all the way up to the Hatton Cross bus stop, or the bus stop area, no matter what, it was free of charge. If you're working at Heathrow or not, if you're a member of the public, it was a free bus ride, basically, all the way to Hatton Cross. From Hatton Cross onwards, You have to pay a fee, whatever that be, in terms of whatever the normal bus fee would be, going to onwards, basically beyond that. COVID came along, and he saw that as an opportunity. He saw the pandemic situation and saw that as an opportunity, along with the Tories. They teamed up and saw that as an opportunity to scrap that initiative, which is they broadcast it as a temporary situation, just a temporary matter, not permanent. Don't worry, it will go back to how it was once everything's stable and everyone's back to normal. It'll go back to how it once was in terms of, as I said before, we're in 2026 and it's still not the case. We're 5 years down, 4.5 years on. Sorry. Yeah, 4.5 years on, and that's still not been put back in. That incentive has not been put back in place for them to protect the buses from Terminal 5 all the way down to Hutton Cross, basically, for staff or for anyone, for staff or general public. That's what we're dealing with here. Until we get, it's all again. Maybe when Andy Burnham gets in, maybe I can have a word, or maybe he has someone in mind that'll fucking step forward as a Labour candidate ahead of him to take his spot, maybe. And I don't know at this point. But until that person is not the mayor anymore of London, Londoners are getting screwed over, basically. An air shot and a shot into the fucking back of the advertising board, basically, and an offside flag. Well, hey, like the ball went out. Flag, he indicated offside, but the ball went actually had ball out of play. Make that make sense. Fucking hell, the game. Sorry for swearing all that, but the game's that bad. The fans that have obviously at this coming in LA are not breaking their necks exactly to get back to their seats in the 47, obviously 2 minutes in the second half now. They're like, well, we'll just stay in the concourse areas and have our drinks and food or whatever. We'll just watch it on the screens potentially, so instead of going on a chat amongst ourselves, have a laugh. Even the ones in empty, I think, we're up in the heavens for what reason here? Yeah, any neutrals that got tickets for this game got short-handed massively. I guarantee. I feel sorry for them because they're probably thinking, "Oh, LA, it's the World Cup. You could pretend, yeah, you might have met. Well, best when the draw's made, you could, yeah, maybe there's a good chance of being Canada, maybe, but it might be someone else. It could be it could be an absolute humdinger instead from both groups. Mexico could have an absolute insist, whatever. No, get this. I don't. I get free because I'm epileptic, and that's my asthma and all that. But mainly my epilepsy. That's the main reason I got this. I'll get a free disabled bus pass that I can use up and down the country. The only bus service I can't use it on is the bus service for Full Park from Staines to Full Park itself. The company won't accept it. They want everyone to pay no matter what, even though my bus pass is a legitimate, as I say, disabled free bus pass for all buses. To protect the company that runs the buses that go from, as I say, Staines to Full Park, or jobs worth bastards, basically, woke off, basically. But so again, because of my epilepsy, mainly, I don't, in terms of bus passes, don't pay for buses. So as even though I've vented off about what I did there, it's more that the general public, the ones that don't have the bus passes like myself and others, be it the elderly or disabled, that have been screwed over in that initiative. That's my point. In that initiative, have been screwed over, and because we're not there's because where I currently am, I'm just on the outskirts. They class us on the outskirts of London still, just outside of London, exactly in terms of the map and all that crap. There is rumours the government want to expand London and bring, by doing so, would bring where I currently am sitting would be classed as London. They want to do that, and if they did do that, my free bus pass would then be upgraded to a free travel pass in general for buses and trains, just because of them getting epileptic and all that. I moved from Walton in 2004, so a lot of things have changed. 2004, so you were like the 461, the 44, the 461, the 451, the 446, the 426 buses. So I think what one went into Walton. Two of them buses went near Walton, and I remember that much. Might have been all four actually. Either because I used to get the 451 from since I was going to college, a 451 bus from Staines all the way to my college, basically. But what fucking called now? Brooklyn College. Sorry, that was it. I'm minding blank there. Did it for that's a 3-year routine. Bloody hell. Yeah, the 4-5, and then about 2 years after I ended college, the 451 route was changed. The route itself was initially changed. It says a lot about this guy. I'm talking about local bus services that are no longer a thing now. 461 still the bus itself exists, but it's a different route now, going in a completely different direction, literally. I think the 426 is no longer the 426 is no longer exists. The 446 was out of circuit. Then about it's only recently been brought back into the number itself. Been brought back into the circuit, but it's a different route now. So it's from I don't know where it's fucking from now, but it goes past St Peter's Hospital in Chertsey, through that way, all the way through Staines. Ashford Hospital / Tesco, up in that little bus area there, back out to Hatton Cross, stops there, comes back and it's all the way back through to wherever yeah. So as I say, even the 446 route completely went out of circuit, the number got brought back into circuit, and they've changed the route completely on that. 555 still a thing, by the way. I don't know if that was a thing. The 555 bus from Walton to Heathrow was a thing. I can't remember how long it's been now. But that's the case. That's still going. In fact, it's actually now for the last year and a half. Today's last year. We've had the 55 bus has become a every half hour service, not every hour now. 111, I remember that. Sounds all that. Yeah, I've not been near water. I don't know. I can double check that later for you and let you know. 216 is 216 from Staines to. I'm trying to think. Staines to Kingston. I want to say Kingston. Yeah, from Staines to Kingston, 216 from Staines to Kingston, 216. That's still in service in the same route and everything. That hasn't changed at all. The 117 from Staines to West Middlesex Hospital, same. 290 from Staines to Richmond, same. I'm trying to think now, and obviously the 203 from Staines all the way to Hounslow, same. So the London buses, in terms of London buses, they haven't been tinkered with in terms of route or anything like that. it's the non-London buses, the independent bus services. It's now like the white bus and things like that. Companies like that have had their either routes changed or complete new number. Nathan and Steve has been booked for Canada for some reason. Didn't see why. 218 as well from Kingston. 216 was the well. Obviously, that's the one that's come. Yeah. 218. I'll double check. About 218. But obviously 216 been from where I am. That's always been the same, no matter what. The buses that used to go from like the 441. That was. This is what I'm trying to remember now, because that's been messed about. Because obviously it used to be up to about 3-4 years ago. It was a blue purple bus thing. Mercedes-Benz used to make them all. I don't know who the company was in terms of running the actual service, but they had Mercedes-Benz make the buses. Then for them particular for the 441 and the number 8, which would pretty much be a service that would go from. Now you ask me, Jesus Christ. From Heathrow, for example, all the way through Staines, Egg, all the way through Egham, one sec, all the way through Egham. I want to say right into the middle of nowhere, basically. Past Royal Holloway and all that, right into the middle of nowhere and back again, basically. They've been, number 8 is not. The number 8 is. I've not seen that in ages, actually. Number 8 bus. The 441, since the company that had the contract lost it, I'm assuming lost it or gave it up. Someone else, another company took over the number, and the route's been cut back drastically. I mean drastically. Yeah, because I haven't been. I think the buses. I think them buses might still be going. I haven't been in Guildford, the Guildford area. I'm trying to think now. About 2-3 years ago. I think. We're in 2026. Just want to think. When we come fourth, that was no fifth. Actually, going fifth. That was 2020. No, I'm trying to think now. 2023 the first challenge. So 21, the 21-20. So yeah, literally, literally August, September 21. That's the last time I was in Guildford. That neck of the woods in Guildford, and that was a week. That's a Saturday and a Sunday music event over that neck of the woods. Oh, there's the green buses. It was London County. Then uncounted that. Then changed it to Viva, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, they were. Yeah. The game's that bad, by the way. We've got a Mexican wave going out for the fans that bother to go back to their seats. We've got a Mexican wave going. Is it 2 subs that we've got? They've all got 2 subs coming on for Canada. 23, 24 are on. Saliba, who's on a booking, so that makes sense, and Bombito are off. It says a lot again. Well, in this 58th minute, and basically the conversation's gone from let's not talk about the football, let's talk about local bus services, and then what's changed since 2004? Because I left in 2004 behind. Oh, so much. It's ridiculous. I mean, where I used to live, there was a bus service. Even it was changing. Even when I first moved over there, it used to be from Staines all the way through to Shepperton station and back again. But it was one. I'm trying to think now. Was it once an hour? I think it was once an hour both ways. It was back throughout the day, basically from like can't remember the time, but either way, it was like early in the morning till like 6:30. I think the last bus going to Walsham was at 6, 7 o'clock, and the last bus coming back was around between 6:30 and 7. So yeah, basically, yeah. But then even when I was in that area at the time, that was literally because it was just conveniently down the road from where I lived at the time. For popping into Staines, it was just convenient. Just if you timed it, you knew what because you always knew the time of when it was due to go into Staines. Just give yourself 5 minutes, 5 minute walk in advance. Walk down there to the nearest stop, boom, and finish off the route and whatever. That was drastic. That's the night when I first moved there. It was from Shepperton to Staines to Shepperton. And then, it was just whilst I was living over there, the service got cut even then. This is again once the power blue got in the government, so I say. Not even in 5 minutes, it didn't feel like 5 minutes in the fucking or shared power with the team yellow or orange, when I fucking called the colours of their party. They did that partnership for a few years, initially before the Blues took over fully for what seemed like forever. Yeah, it went from that route to then literally being cut down to. I'm trying to think how far it went there. It went from. It stopped going to Shepperton basically and went about Leyland. I literally like 5 minutes literally 5 minutes down the road from where I'd get off basically, so it's basically pointless. And now it's literally just a loop. To this very day, I know for a fact that bus literally just does a loop round. So from Staines down to where the area I used to live in, around and back again. That's it. And that only runs. Where it used to run once an hour. Now it only runs once every 2 hours. If on a good day. Tenning's Golden Mirror took over some routes. Yeah, they don't run them anymore, but yeah, they did. Even down this neck of the woods, they were. I mean, they used again when I first moved over to Surrey. I was what? I'm trying to think now. 2001, I want to say. When I first moved over to this way in Surrey. Well, again, when I lived there when I was a kid. I moved over here as a kid and all that. In terms of buses, there weren't many, again, bus stops in general, like buses into Staines is a non-existent base, but there was a bus service. There was a small mini independent by the looks of it. It's a small bus, literally just going, stop through nearby, 2 minutes around the corner from where I lived. But basically, the idea was to go from. Probably it's wrong, but go to St Peter's Hospital in Chertsey, and come back in itself. I'd never figured out where it actually started and finished, basically in terms of the other end of the line, basically the route when coming back from St Peter's. But yeah, that again don't exist no more. The bus stops are still the bus stops that used to go past are obviously still there, non-existent now. The sports centre that I used to again lived up when I first moved over, the sports centre, literally like 10-minute walk from where I first lived over at this neck of the woods, is now it's been completely upgraded, and it doesn't even look like what it once was. You wouldn't look if you looked at it from the outside. You wouldn't think that's a sports centre / gym. Put it that way. Okay, now. So yeah, a lot of things have changed, and not always for the good. Again, says a lot about this game. We're talking about bus services, guys. Welcome to the Mr. Arthur podcast, where the games are so crap we're talking about bus services. What is the point of this guy? What is the point of him being there if he's not going to play? If he's injured, why did you pick him, you absolute idiots? And the keeper saves it, and then blocked out thrown out for a corner, basically. Say thrown out, but booted. But yeah, again, as soon as certain people got into power, contracts were ripped up, so we say. And now, it shows to this day. And certain other people that have got in power in the last 3 years haven't done anything to counteract that, basically. Let's be honest. Going down the politics route, let's get away from that. Oh dear. The knees hurt me, but I'm laid back in my chair. Arsenal shirt, pink Arsenal shirt. And the worst head in the world after a goal kick. First pair of legs, he heads it like that. Okay, cool. When was the last time you went to Cobham or Wharton? Bloody hell, Cobham? Maybe if I can ask him. I think, Wharton, when was the last time I went to Wharton? What was the last thing? The last few, it's a few years back now. Not long, I say a few, I mean literally a few years. 3-4 years ago. In terms of Wharton, Cobham, that's ages. Again, I'll be honest, ages ago. Thing is, yeah, they do. Even again, that's where we currently are. The majority, again, unless it's a protest, they vote for others. But the norm is, yeah, they vote. So it does vote that way. Found that one out the hard way back in 2010. The first ever, 2010. Yeah, 2010 was the first time I was allowed to I was obviously legally allowed to vote. The first ever general election, and I found out literally as the build-up was coming, like, because obviously all these houses and all the airport, this is back in the day, you'd have it in the windows and all that, who you're supporting, or the for sale signs, but about the for sale bit, but in terms of it just shows, instead of for sale, it'd be like, again, what party they're supporting, what to vote, this, what, da 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 da. And yeah, as I'm going from home to work at the time, I'm thinking, hang on, there's a lot of certain voters around here. What's going on? And it never changed. Hydration break, advert break, yay! And the scary thing is, I think that if this does go to extra time, we'll obviously find out as it happens. I think we get 2 more of these ad breaks in the 15 minutes that we're going to get each half. I'll probably chuck one in before the penalty shootout as well, knowing FIFA. It's going so dull. Things I do for you guys. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and share the content out. That'd be massively appreciated, my friends. When I lived there back as a kid, Cobham, nothing. The only good thing was local chippy. I bet right nowadays, like in terms of in general, around in again, but back in the day, even my age, even when I was growing up, like I say, when I moved over here, and I was like, I'm trying to think now. When I first moved over with my family to Surrey, 2001? So we're probably looking around 11, 12. I'm trying to think now. 2001. So I would have been just turned 12. 11, which I wanted to do. It was normal for kids of my age at that time to go out and actually go to cinema, go to the park, let's go out in general and just not be stuck indoors and looking at 4 walls. I say looking at 4 walls, have the same four walls 24/7 on a device. Yes, we had our PlayStation 2s, PlayStation 1s, Xboxes, and all that. That option was there. And don't get it wrong, we all, again, you play. If you had one, you're lucky enough to have one, you play, but you weren't on it 24/7. You'd go, but you'd go out either, as I say, to the park, on the street playing Kirby, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called now. Or just in general, to be social with your friends outside, not indoors. Over technology. Technology's fucked this generation coming through now completely. I don't care what anyone says. Where the old sports shop and then local old grannies complained about his back theft. Bloody hell. Again, more substitutions for Canada, and he's still not on. Poster boy is still not on. What is the point of taking poster boy into your squad if you're not going to ever play the bastard? What was the genuinely? I'm going to double check this. I'm going to see the names. I've not seen him come on. Promise. No. So, yes, P. David. No, that's not Post Promise. No, Promise Date. No, literally, poster boy for Canada is still on the bench. What was the point? If 4 games in this is a knockout, you basically effectively there's a big chance you've selected a player, you poster boy for the World Cup, and not played him once. Yeah, but yeah, that's right. There's so many options for things that for kids to do. Like you didn't have to, and you didn't have the day-to-day fear of getting the knock at the door. I'm not going to go into it, but that knock at the door from the old bill of bad news, so I say. But I'm not going to go into it, but you know what I'm saying. You get the gist I'm going there with. You didn't have all that fucking kids want to kill or basically take each other out in that way, or just random minutes in general. Not to the level. Okay, you'd have one or two because of for whatever reason. But it wasn't It wasn't to the level it is nowadays, where literally, no matter what your age, you're on edge. Because if you look at one person wrong, you could be inbred. Don't be inbred, but and that's where the powers that be need to come in and not just say they're going to fix, but actually put their words into action once and for all. Bring back the hope. Became a shine shop instead. What was it? Waterstones in Staines in the last year had the main. I don't know if you've been in Staines or Staines and all that, but it basically had one of the main big stores in the outside part of the town centre. It got relocated, but last year got relocated early last year into one of the indoor slots instead. And now what was their store, and obviously with that, that store got left for anyone basically to take hold of. And yeah, talking about sewing, we've now got another arts and crafts store now. Loon Hing, Chinese takeaway, isn't it? So it's a Chinese takeaway in Ashford that delivers that to where I am. I've been having it all around from there for well over 10 years. Again, never, ever had any issues eating from there at all. And you get value for money. The prices have gone up recently in the last year. Up till then, and even then, it's still reasonable, so to speak, as long as if you eat. Because when I order, it's like we do it as a family thing, like family birthdays or whatever. Be it myself, my sister, brother, mum, and all that, etc. It's whoever's birthday. If they want what they want, whatever. and something good for you to most of the time over X amount, not in the same year, but spread out over time. The majority of the time we all usually go for that particular Chinese. Along with others, we mix it up obviously, but I'm saying in terms of when we do pick Chinese, that's the one. We've never had an issue, never had any issues with that. Again, because we're doing it as a group, then you really are getting. Well, even if you do it as an individual, you're getting more stuff for your money basically. There he is. There's the poster boy. It only took you to the literal last 60 minutes of the fucking match. Because literally the amount of the portion was of what they give you. There's no way you'd eat if you were having it on your own. You wouldn't eat in one sitting. That's a that's literal left. You literally have your portion, whatever you want. Whatever you ordered, have an X one. You'd have enough left over for leftovers the following day, so to speak. And it's still again heated up, or it still tastes banging. The chip shop that was down by me used to be decent. Been taken over twice now since I've moved. Since I lived in this area for the last 10 years, nearly 9 years. Coming on for 9 years. And now is it for chip shops out? You over the chip shop even now. Sorry, in its current ownership, it's overpriced. And you don't get. I'm sorry, you just don't, for me, you don't get value for your money. It's wide. You just don't. I mean, you've got Mackie D's. Is a 5 minute drive away, but the food's always cold, without doubt. Even if we actually physically went there to eat food there, the food would come. The food would they'd give you the food cold, and you're literally there going back and forth. No, I want my food hot. Thank you very much. Again, charging us an arm and a leg. I like my food hot. This is ridiculous. What else have we got around here? There's an Indian takeaway we've been going to for again about 10 or so. Yeah, but not sure of 10 years or so since it's been around. Because there was one there was an Indian takeaway we used to use for years, but then that got closed. I think they went out of business or whatever. So for whatever reason, that's disappeared basically. So we either assumed they went out of business or whatever. And they were brilliant. Again, no issues there. But then, as I say, they just one day vanished off the face of the earth and didn't operate anywhere else. They didn't move anywhere. They just disappeared. So it took us a while to find to yes, basically come across another local Indian takeaway. Not that we could trust, that's just in general. And it just happened that we came across a new one as it was opening up at the time. Gave them a try, and again, value for money, quality food, and again, the portion sizes are brilliant. And you can't as I say, I can't really complain about it. There you go, and saved. Chinese chicken. That's what we have. Was it chicken? I'm trying to think now. Is it chicken? I think it's chicken balls. Yeah, it's chicken balls with the red. The red sweet and sour sauce on it, but the red sauce is sweet and sour. Sweet and sour chicken balls, but yeah, the red sauce is sweet and sour sauce. Yeah. Occasionally, all the time. Occasionally dry ribs. Occasionally, because it comes in lemon, you can squeeze the lemon on. So there's a bit of a flavour there. So it's not completely dry. And again, with the Chinese takeaway we use, there's a lot of meat on the bone. Basically, it's not like you're paying over the odds. You're not paying for the ribs, but to have next to no meat on the bloody things. Well, prawn toast once. Yeah, prawn toast once in a blue moon's a thing for us. But in terms of our Chinese take, in particular, one thing I really like is it a sweet, not sweet, fucking hell, Singapore style, spicy Singapore style chow mein. Absolutely brilliant, basically. Can't fault it in any which way. I don't know if you ever went to, but if you do remember this bar, I'll give my multi bloody gone as on. Well, yeah, God, I don't know. Rings a bell, but yeah, I wouldn't know if it's still around or been taken or been passed on to the next generation or nothing like that. I wouldn't know, but it rings a bell. Yeah. But now everyone owns these bloody plots of land, these shops, so to speak, rents them out and all that. They start upping their prices for their rent for chip shops and this, that, and the other. And it's leaving it down to them to go. If you really want to stay here, X, Y, and Z, you pay up basically. Which then either they don't, and someone else comes in, but then they do. But it still means not just a rebrand, but also um, the quality of food changes because it's different. They're going through different suppliers then, which then means the prices then go up. And I say, chip shop literally used to be the cheapest takeaway, especially on a Friday night. The cheapest and most simple takeaway, just go out, say fish or chips or Saveloy, whatever. But no matter what you had, it was. It was the cheapest, or for whatever way of putting it. And now it's literally again. You may as well be going. No, sorry. Oh, okay. It's only been fucking forever since I've been down that neck of the woods. Yeah, you fucking what is it for a large then down the road where I am for a large portion of chips. It's gone up to was it £4 the last time? I think it's at four. I think it's £4 last time I went down there. But again, it used to be about 4 years ago. A large portion of chips was like £2.50 at a bush. In general, it's ridiculous now. You can't even go to a chip shop and go and feel like you're getting value for your money now because of how expensive everything's got now. It's a joke. Going down that route, guys. Again, the game's been that bad. Sorry, guys, been depressing and all that. Not talking about the football. The football's been non-existent. We've literally had nothing to talk about in this game. Buying a hydration break and a few subs here and then a poster boy eventually coming on. And even then, he's done nothing. There's nothing to really talk about. Literally, it's ridiculous how bad this game is. I jinxed it. I know I jinxed it when I said that when Catherine came on. This has got Borefest written all over it. I don't think it'd be this much of a Borefest. And then it went downhill. Yeah, sounds about right. I mean, Staines now. Oh, I called about Staines before. I don't know if you mean the last time you was in Staines before you left back in 2004. But now that's literally Restaurant FC down in Staines now. Obviously, used to have like Game Station and Game there, and there's a kid obviously that's perfect. I leaned slightly towards Game Station. Had better deals and better value for money for what you was looking for and all that. But then obviously Game came along and liquidated and bought out Game Station and bought what they had from Game Station over to Game. But then they've gone downhill. Now Mark Ashley's took over Game and basically took all the stores, took every single game store away from the high street, and placed the idea of Game into House of Fraser and Sports Direct in the corner of the shop. You wouldn't even know, basically, you just happen to go in that area, you wouldn't know. You don't advertise that he was just there. So he's run that into the ground. Shock. But he wants by another football club, guys. We could trust him, can't we? Keep the saves and then work covers and then gets rugby tackled nearly. Last fish and chips and mushy peas and Grimsby is about six. Fucking that's cheap for. Come back down this neck of the woods. It cost what was it for a piece of rock? For a piece of rock, it's more than that. It's around that sort of price for a piece of rock. 6-7 quid for a piece of rock. That's not including the chips and all the other bits and pieces. With luck, again, that's how extortionate prices are down here. Bloody hell. So you used to have, like, say, game station. You'd have the the Weatherspoons is still there. Shock. Harvester, it used to be a sort of bar / nightclub that got turned into a Harvester. That's now been shut down and now been turned into, is it Korean? I want to say Korean restaurant. It's still being refurbished into that. Trying to fucking think now. And then pretty much any other stores. Steakhouse is no longer a steakhouse. That's buffet service. Pizza Hut doesn't. Pizza Hut, the main part, went next to cinema. That's gone in the last couple of years. But it's another restaurant. But it's like you've got, in terms of restaurants now, you've got TGI Fridays, the place that took over for Pizza Hut. You've got Nando's still, Gourmet Burger, Wings. What do you call them? I don't know what I fucking call them. I'm trying to fucking think. There's another one in between them all. I can't remember an Asian fusion. I can't remember what it's called, but it's there. You've got all that, and again, 3 of them on top of each other. And you've got the drainage system. He's smelling the drainage system. Jesus, when they've had to clear it, they've had to put a deep clean in their kitchens. The public know about it. Put it that way for the next few days. You've got Greg's there, but you've also got the opposite of the competition of Greg's next to a Costa. You've got 2 Costas in Staines, outside Costa and then an indoor Costa. It's just restaurant. It's just Restaurant FC. That's before market days. But don't forget, Grimsby has Young's, a massive fish company and a fishing port on its doorstep. Yeah, I get that at the same time, but it just seems, not just in Grimsby, but in general, if you're in and around, either in or around London, things like chip shop and all that, you're getting that price for it basically. It's no longer a potential weekly treat basically. It's now once in the blue moon if you're lucky. This game's so bad, guys. We apologise, but we had to have something to talk about. It just happens to be this. It just so happens that Gav obviously lived once upon a time around my neck of the woods. He asked me a question. We've gone down this road, so went from bus services to now fucking what takeaways ready for money down in London nowadays. In my neck of the woods, anyway. That sounds about. That sounds fucking brilliant, considering we had what you'd probably get for one down here. Again, I'll ask you because you're up there. Because already down here we had the whole pandemic situation. We've got a Tesco. I'm saying 10 minutes down the road from us. Say 10 minutes walk-wise. 10, 15. Of course, depending on how the days go, depending on how hot it is or whatever, how you're feeling in yourself. 5 minute drive, basically. But I've had since the pandemic, we've had a refurb in there. But just prior to that, because of the pandemic, they closed off the butchers at the back, the meat section of the butchers, and the fishmongers bit. But they kept the little deli bit open for like making up pizzas, this, that, and the other. But the second we started coming out and trying to get back to reality, the powers that be at Tesco decided to completely get rid of the butchers, the deli section, and the fishmonger section completely. And they then sent on a refurb on the place, and and again, this is a Tesco extra, so to speak, and it can't next to nothing in the bloody place. Do you have a heron down south? I don't know. It doesn't ring a bell. Not down Monaco Woods anyway. Come on, how much are you trying to make us shit food for extra time then? 5 minutes, woohoo! Can someone's go and get us out of here, please? Oh, even the dog's falling asleep. Oh dear. Even Chris came and said, I asked Chris a question about West Ham. Never got a response, by the way. So it was like a quick alert, he's complaining about something, I'm out of it. He's mentioned the bad news about Liverpool, I'm getting out of it. I need to go and find something else to talk about, bloody hell. One sec, so the updates as we've been talking that in a way. Oh, we've got a goal! We've got a goal! From nowhere, from literally nowhere, and it's for Canada, captain, he was the captain at the start of the game. Number 7, out of fucking nowhere. We're getting out of here, boys and girls and nays and M's. It looks like we're going to get ourselves out in normal time. We're not going to go extra. Canada are going through to the last 32, last 16, last 16. Woohoo! Good God, give him a chew. Something had to give. I was praying for something to give. And roll fish. I think we have a bakery and a butcher, but not sure about the fishmonger bit. Yeah, they got rid of down here. In terms of the one down by me, anyway, got rid of all that Tesco whites. Yeah. I mean, he's put his laces through that for once. When someone's had a shot, they've actually gone, you know what? I'm not going to wrap my foot around it and let's put my laces through it. And it's actually been not just on target, beat the keeper 1-0. And again, no one really deserved to win or lose this, but someone's going to have to win it. And it looks like it's going to be Canada, one of the co-hosts. So the weakest looking at the co-hosts are progressing to put the pressure back on the USA and Mexico to step up and get themselves into the next round as well now. We got a goal. I'm so relieved. If South Africa score, I'm going to cry. That's all I'm going to say on that matter, because I don't want to stay here any longer than I have to at this point. There's Tom. Yay! I'm just happy there's a goal and get out of this soon, because it's been this. I don't know if you've been listening in, Tom, or whatever. It's been that bad that me and Gav have been having a back and forth for the last hour, say, give or take, about literal because he used to live in the area, so to speak, where I live back in the day. He's asking what's changed. He's gone from that, like bus services and all that, to takeaways. It's like we've been talking anything but the game, because the game's been crap. But we've literally gone from what bus service is still going? What got taken? This, that, and the other. Da, 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 da. All takeaways. What's a good takeaway down here? What's not? Shops. I mean, we was all let's go for fuck's sake. That's cool. Oh dear. Imagine putting all that so-called effort into your third group game to get yourselves into the second spot and get yourselves into the knockout round just to put no effort in the knockout game and go out and whimper anyway. All that referee's point is one more minute. So he's added on one more minute for the celebrations of the first that goal there. I'm about to say do not as I'm saying first. I was like, no, don't encourage the second line. We'll be all fucking day. We'll get out of here. I don't want a hydration break halfway through extra time. Twice. I think I'll literally cry if South Africa actually scored. I'd actually have a mental breakdown, I think. But no, Catherine, come back quick. Save me. Last few seconds. We can get 24 cans of Pepsi, 12 Iceland-wise, yeah. In terms of Iceland do deals on the 24 packs of fizzy, basically, throughout the year. I've got my phones downstairs, but yeah, I'd have to have a look and take screenshots to you and show you what the offers are doing now. But yeah, they change it, and then again, throughout the year, they change it every now and then as well. I mean, what is it? In Iceland, down where I am, down this neck of the woods anyway, you can, as it stands, you can buy online, if you do an online order, you can buy 3 bottles of 3 litre Pepsi for the price of 2, basically, which is like £3 each bottle. Something like that. There you go. Fulton Whistle's finally gone. What was probably one of the worst potential games in this starts in his knockout round. Sees the co-hosts go through. They fight to live another day. Scrappy 1-0 win. The Arsenal Misfit will be pleased when he gets back to see the result. I'm assuming he's working at the moment. They get to fight and live another day, and it's onwards and upwards for them. They then go through. Let's have a look when they next play. I'm assuming farm be next week. Let's have a look. Sky Sports. Da 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 da. Again, it's a good goal. Don't get me wrong. The game was screaming for the entire match for some quality somewhere somehow. As I say, someone to show some ounce of quality, and he would have got a goal. And obviously, he did get the goal, thankfully, near the end there. And yeah, let's have a look at football. There we go. Competitions. Oh, we want FIFA World Cup. No. Okay. Second, okay, that's why. So, yeah, that's weird. But look, it is what it is on that thing. Oh, there's all the Arsenal Misfit. There we go, final 16. Fucking made me fucking sit through. I had to sit through that. I mean, it was a good goal. It wasn't great, but it was a good goal. But behind the goal. Where was the quality? Why did Poster Boy not come on into the last 16 minutes? Yeah, this is the only game. I think our next two games are here in the UK wise anyway. Our next two games are tomorrow night between. If you bear with me, in terms of I'll get the actual in order fixtures. So tomorrow, tomorrow. Oh, wait. Oh, Arkansas. Where are we going? Oh, it's gone all the way back. Why did I go way back to the beginning of the tournament? I don't care about the fucking beginning of the tournament. Jesus. Right. We have got, when it gets to me eventually, what we are on today. Here we go. South Africa versus Canada. So they've gone through Canada. So tomorrow we've got at 6 o'clock UK time, Brazil versus Japan. And at 9:30 p.m. UK time, Germany versus Paraguay. And at 2 a.m. On Tuesday, we've got Netherlands versus Morocco. And at 6 p.m. on Tuesday, Ivory Coast versus Norway. 10 p.m. France versus Sweden. And they've not updated from that point onwards. Thanks, Sky, for that one. Can it be stopped down there? Oh, it was really. I mean, Sky saying realistic was fully deserved it. Sorry, neither team stood out there. But anyway, who will play Morocco or the Netherlands? Oh, you're playing Houston next. The Arsenal against Morocco or the Netherlands. So you need to step up your levels because if you play like, again, with all due respect, to play like that, you will not. Depending on who you play in particular, it will not bode well. Potentially. Okay, fair enough. He just felt like he was never coming on. It was like he's there, he's showing us, he's cheesing us. It's like, it is what it is. I'm going to get myself out of here finally. Please, my back is killing me now after having to sit through that. Oh dear. That did not tickle today. But so I'm going to get myself out of it. I'll be back tomorrow for the Brazil game first. 15 minutes for kickoff. 5:45 we're going live UK time in the afternoon/evening. And then after that we'll do obviously Germany versus Paraguay, etc. And go from there basically. But until then, if you haven't already, please hit the like button, subscribe, share the content around. If you've got any hypes this week left, please use them when you get the opportunity to use them via YouTube. They give the opportunity to use them. Please use them because that does help push up the algorithm of pushing our channel and helping us grow that bit faster. Be greatly appreciated. If you want to become a member as well, press the join button. I'll take you through the process of the two options. What is it, like £2.99 and they're both literally like £2 or £3, like £2 between the two. They're both cheap. Pick whatever one you fancy, and then we go from there. Basically, if you want to, it's a month by month. You can put it on hold at any time, come back, etc. There's massive benefits to become a member as well, including being inducted into the channel WhatsApp group chat as well. So you get to interact with some of the people that obviously not only come on the show and help the content on the channel, but also some of the your fellow people in the chat as well, regulars as well, and talk all things mainly Arsenal, but a little bit of football there as well from an Arsenal point of view, but mainly Arsenal. But until then, take care of yourselves as always, and come on England, yay!